Hi, this is Dr. Minkoff, LifeWorks Wellness Center. I want to talk to you today about chronic fatigue. Now, there's actually a diagnosis code for chronic fatigue syndrome, whatever that means. People who have chronic fatigue are fatigued. They feel bad. They sleep too much. They don't have energy. It's usually accompanied by brain fog and inability to sort of move or get things done. Now, if we track this back, at some point before that person got chronic fatigue, they didn't have chronic fatigue. So we throw out any idea that this is genetic, familial, anything like that. If we look at it, people who have fatigue can't generate their cells to have enough energy. So we have a body with 100 trillion cells, but the individual unit of the body is a single cell. And if that cell can't make energy, and the way it makes energy is it takes oxygen that we breathe and food that we eat, and it has to turn it into chemical energy so that that cell, if it's a liver cell, can make proteins, detoxify, do its job. And you get too many of these cells that can't do their job, you got illness, or you got symptoms, or you got somebody that doesn't feel bad, and you can have chronic fatigue. Why isn't the cell making energy? Two reasons. It's missing things that it has to have to make energy. B vitamins, CoQ10, amino acids. It's missing critical things so that the machinery in that cell that makes the energy can't do it. The other half of this is that the cell is poisoned to the extent that it can't do it. In the little factory, in the mitochondria, where it has to make energy, the cell's poisoned. And it could be any number of chemicals or pesticides or heavy metals, and the cell is poisoned. And so all people with chronic fatigue have both things. They have poisoned cells, and they have lack of nutrients. And when we look at someone with chronic fatigue, that's what we look at. Do big panels. What nutrients are you missing? There's 84 things in the body that are needed, amino acids, vitamins, minerals. Which ones are you missing? Okay, we got to put those back in. Okay? And then panels of what toxins do you have? And infections, because infection can be a big part of this too. What chronic infections do you have? And then we find what those are and we treat those. And then what happens is that these cells start to wake up. The other part of this is hormones are a very big part of this, especially thyroid hormone. So we have a test that's only available in probably 25 places around the United States. We call it bioenergy. Now, bioenergy is actually a measurement of how well your body is able to make energy. And it's reflected in how much oxygen can your body use. Because if you can take in oxygen and your body uses it to make energy, you're good. If you take in oxygen and your body can't use it to make energy, you're bad. And so we can actually put someone, we can measure the gases that they inhale and exhale, and if they're fit enough, put them on a little exercise and see where are they. And it's no wonder someone who's got chronic fatigue can't get out of bed and walk to the bathroom because they're so exhausted. It's because their body can't make energy. It can't make and utilize energy. And it might be that they have low thyroid hormone and these 5 toxins and these deficiencies. And if we put this thing back together, what we start to see is, yeah, it's better. You know, you take someone who's not very fit and you exercise them and you feed them right and they get fitter. And you take someone who can't get off the couch or who can't think or can't even watch a movie or can't read a page out of a book because they can't compute or follow a conversation. It's the mitochondria in their brain. They're not working. They're not making energy. So health is being able to make energy. And, you know, you like to be around people who have vitality because their bodies make energy. Like they make energy. You can feel it from them. One of the most interesting things I find, because now I've developed a special sense, it's like a sensor, of where is this person's ability to make energy. And people come in and I can tell by looking at them, like, is their space negative? Is there like everything is so gray and dull that when I look at them, I can see, they're gray and dull. And this happened to me yesterday because I saw a woman, she's got very complicated illness. And she's been going through her challenges with doing the treatments. And yesterday she came in and I said, it's working. I could see it. There was light coming out of her face. She was like there. And I said, I see it. Can you feel it? She said, I'm not sure. I said, it's there. We are on the right track. It's working. And then we took a stick of her blood and her blood was like way better. Like it's working. We just got to keep going. And that means that the cells are now waking up. They're starting to produce energy. And the chronic fatigue and the things that go with it go away. So this is a treatable condition. And it's not treated by psych drugs. Okay? It just isn't. They don't do anything. And it's not treated with Vyvanse and Adderall. These are speed. These are amphetamines. And any doctor that's given anybody amphetamines is not doing a good job. It's not the right way to do it. Because now you got a cell that can't produce energy, and what you're doing is you just whip, and that just causes damage to the cell. So you have to get the cell to heal, then it can produce energy. And it's not done with those kind of drugs. So we have people coming in with them all the time. And they can't just stop the drugs, but as we get the cells to heal, we start to take those drugs off so that cell can actually do the right thing. And if you're doing, I swim with a guy and he has 9 cups of coffee by 12 o'clock. I said, man, that's not right. You're going to burn yourself out. I don't have anything against coffee, but that's too much, Like something's missing in that system. And you got to fix that system, and then the energy will come back naturally. And methylene blue is one of the things that can really help this. So we often do this with people. So chronic fatigue is generally a solvable problem. And we can improve the health of that person and get their energy and vitality back. And then as long as they keep a reasonable lifestyle, like you do have to sleep, and you do have to eat good food, and you do have to get some sunshine, and you do have to get some exercise. And when you get to the point where you can do that stuff, you can keep your health in, and it can last for a long time. Okay? So that's chronic fatigue. And we've got it nailed. Hope this helps.